Be live. All right, now we should be live. I think there's a little bit of delay on the start there. What is up, everyone? Okay, let's see. First today on my screen, anyways, was Enderdog. That said, "Hey, what up, Enderdog?" Kevin Ngo, Coalition Gaming Chris, KL130, Stang 2007. What up, Jason? I hope I get to see Nob under the mistletoe for Christmas. This guy. We got Craig Lilly in the house. What's up? What's up? Giant Robots, Extreme Zone 987 as always. I got Justin K. Who else we got? We got all the familiars. We got James Ray, who says, "Wish me luck. Just ordered a case from Canada and it's currently in Canada Post and will be here after the new year, around the 5th of January. I guess I got 50% of it. It should show up. If you, what website did you buy from in Canada?" The case that James Ray got was the Seagotep Space Case. I'm not super familiar with that case, but James Ray, if you're still in chat, why did you buy this? This is a spaceship case. Any reason you bought this? It is for sure a unique. Where is it? Here it is. It is for sure a unique looking case. It just looks very volume inefficient. But I guess if you're buying something like this, you might not care about that. But yeah, this is an ITX. Oh, it looks like, according to this, it supports up to micro ATX. But if you look at the layout of the inside of this thing, you're pretty limited on, you know, what you could put in terms of hardware. It doesn't look like it'll support a 240 AIO, just from the looks of this. Yeah, like all of this has to fit in here. I guess no, I don't think you could fit a 240 back here because the two fans are already super close to each other. But yeah, it's a unique looking case for sure. How much is this thing? 180 Canadian, 180 CAD to USD. That's about 135 US dollars. Interesting case. Ever since you saw it on Steve's channel, I'm guessing Gamers Next to Steve, I know I would get one. How old is this video? Yeah, so it looks like Gamers Nexus did review it. This was back in 2021 though. Okay, so here it is in person next to Steve. I want to see more shots of them. Oh, there we go. There's a decent amount of volume, but it's kind of done awkwardly because it's not a square shape. Like when you start adding curves into the case, you start limiting the space you have, even though it looks like there's a lot of volume. Yo, that case is actually hype. Looks like the front of the the Shinkansen train. Yeah. I wonder if that I wonder if that's what they modeled it after. Which one though? Like this one, kind of. Hey, what's up, HM? What's up, Joe P? What's the next decent GPU to be released? So Jason says define decent. What is the next decent? I think my definition of a decent GPU is one that slightly beats the price to performance of existing cards. Because if you release a card that, kind of like when the 7800 XT released, and it was so similar to the 7800 XT, it did edge it out in a little bit of games, but they were both, for the most part, the same price for most sellers. So it barely beat it. So that's why it was considered pretty decent. But it's kind of weird because the 6800 XT, before the 7800 XT release, was considered a pretty good value card. It's just that when a new card release, you kind of expect to get a little bit more price to performance or value out of it. So yeah, I mean, for supposedly, I have a, what's it called? I have an article up from Video Cards. We can take a look at this. There's some rumors about the 7080 Super, 4070, why did it say TI Super? But 4070 Super, because they're axing the TI, right? And then the 40, wait, is there actually going to be a TI Super? There's actually going to be a TI Super? Have you guys heard of this? I was going to read through the article with you guys. I have not. TI Super has been officially announced. Where at though? So we'll look at this article in a second here. But that's ridiculous. The point of the Super was kind of to fill in the spot between the non-TI, non-Super, and the TI traditionally. Now they're going to do a TI Super? Why? They were axing this 4070, right? Isn't that what we saw the other week? It's getting a little bit ridiculous in my opinion, but whatever. Yo, who's playing Lethal Company? Yeah, so at the end of the stream, I'm gonna try to end exactly at 7, because Casey is streaming over at Twitch right now, so he's just doing his thing streaming. But afterwards, when my stream ends, we're gonna hop over, and you should be able to watch me, Kevin, and Jason play Lethal Company on Casey's stream. So be sure to follow and support Casey if you guys can. And we're going to be doing Lethal Company over there. And then maybe in the future, after we get familiar with the game, we can do Lethal Company with viewers and stuff like that. So yeah. Oh yeah, I also, since last stream, because we were talking about some candy, I actually ordered the candy up and it's here. So I'm going to eat some of that later. Hey, what's up, Hypnotic? Super refresh of the 4070 Ti. Ridiculous, but it makes sense that we'd see some other version. Yeah. Did the 4070 Ti really need to be refreshed? I feel like it would make more sense to refresh, because the 4070 Ti is already pretty expensive, $800. The 4070 being $600. For me, it made sense to fill in that $200 gap that they had with maybe a 4070 Super for $700. I don't know. Like, to do it to the 4070 Ti, I guess there's a big gap from 4070 Ti to the 4080 in terms of pricing as well. But still, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, I think we all are kind of expecting when these cards come out to be received with pretty lukewarm reviews. Lukewarm to kind of negative reviews, right? I don't foresee these cards getting praised for being great value, but hey, I would gladly be wrong. So thoughts on your little RTX 2060? Honestly, I think 2060s are still solid 1080p gaming cards. I would still buy and use them, even though compared to the AMD, especially if you're not, at that budget range, you're not really trying to do ray tracing with the level of a 2060 provides. So you could do better with the 5700 XT for probably a similar price that 2060s are going for. But I mean, if you already have a 2060, it's still, it can still push along on 1080p games. And you can go up to 1440p if you're doing like esports titles and doing non-competitive games where you don't need more than 60 FPS. So yeah. I got a 20 AIO, like a $20 AIO. What kind of AIO is it? Was it, if it's a 120 millimeter, I would say that's probably the expected price of it. If it's a 240, especially from maybe any of the well-known brands with a long track record of, not having pump issues or leaks, then that's a pretty good price. Sent a Lethal Company. Did you put that in the stream submissions? Let me see. see. Stream submissions. No, did you... Oh, you whispered it to me. Okay. Let's take a look at this. Coalition Gaming Chris's Lethal Company. Why is it so quiet? Give me 1 second. My volume... I might have lowered my volume on my browser. No? Yeah, it is very quiet. What the heck? Let me...
That's totally fine.
Yeah, this volume's fine. I don't know why the Twitch clip is just very quiet. Probably because Lethal Company is... it's a voice proximity game, right? So maybe that's why we can't hear that much. So it's Has Agent going in and locking you out. Oh, and then, so that's Chris right there, getting killed by the monster. Oh, I'm excited to play this. This game was so small, it was like 900 megabytes. I started downloading it and it finished before I could even like blink. Best price to performance CPU for the LG 1700. That would have been during Black Friday sales if you were able to pick up a $100 12600K. But aside from that, let me see how much 12400s are going for. We'll just use Amazon because they've been pretty good with CPU pricing. Let's see. So these are about 146. Okay. 12600s are about one. You can get 165 used. 12600 KF for 155. That would actually be worth bumping up from a 12400 from. I don't think 12700s have ever really been. I guess this one's 200. It really depends on your how much are 3400s going for. It depends on what you need out of your processor. If you're just gaming, you would be okay with a 12600 or 12400. But yeah, these are going to be a little bit more expensive. So I would say stick 12th gen if you want the best price to performance, and like to save money if you're mostly doing like even the 12th gen can do streaming just fine too. But you would likely do that with your graphics card anyways. So yeah, I'd say 12400 or 12600 KF. Let me look at the 12400 KFs to see how much those are going for. 12400. Or not KF, what am I doing? 12400Fs are 146. Yeah, I mean, just looking at the prices right now, I think the 12600 KF for 155 is looking like the best bang for buck for LGA 1700, unless someone has found anything better elsewhere. Yeah, I think it's worth spending the extra $10 to bump up. Larry says, thank you. I got a good deal on the mobile, but have to update the CPU and RAM. Oh, yeah, for sure. And RAM is so dirt cheap right now. I mean, let's look at 32 gigabyte, 3200 CL16 RAM, right? We're looking at Corsair Vengeance LPX for under 70. You can get the Silicon Power Value RAM, which is, yep, still good speeds. Not the prettiest thing in the world. $55 for 32 gigs right here. Then you got more Silicon Power stuff. Team Group is a little bit pricier for the RGB. But yeah, if you're looking for like just straight up price to performance, saving as much money as you can. If you need new RAM, this might be the cheapest kit, $55. This one's close with 56. Anything cheaper? Yeah, it's looking like 55 is pretty much the lower limit. Casper Smith says, quick question. What time is it and on a budget? It is 5:14 Pacific time, West Coast in... Well, I'm in Washington, but anybody in the West Coast United States, 5:14. John, a.k.a. the Net Guy Reviews, bring back Black Friday prices. I know, I'm so sad I should have bought so much more. I know, right? I only bought the stuff that I unboxed the other week. The 2 motherboards, the 2 sets of RAM, and the 2 CPUs. Definitely could have bought more, but in time, the prices of 12th gen stuff is going to go down. I have found myself in situations where I overbuy, and by the time I actually end up using the components, the price has dropped. Like, I remember like a year and a half ago, I bought RAM when the prices were still a little bit high. Ended up not using it, and I only recently started using them. And the RAM that I bought was 16 gig kits for like, it was like 70 bucks. So now that RAM is like so much cheaper, it felt bad. So there is, you know, you can overbuy sometimes and screw yourself over. Though I will say $100 for the 12600 Ks that we did get on Black Friday through Newegg TikTok Shop. That is going to take a long time to go for the prices to actually come down that low. Casey Harper says, hey Danny, just stopped in to say hi. Recently started watching your vids. Nice. Thanks for saying hi. And we do the stream every single week. So during these streams, we just hang out and talk. People can ask questions about PC tech, and myself as well as other people in the chat can help answer. We pull up stuff. We look at prices of things. Sometimes people have questions about if they want to look at some pre-builds, get some, you know, advice on what they should buy. We look at PC part picker lists. We do everything on this stream. So yeah, it's a good time every single week at this same time on Wednesday evenings, 5 p.m. Pacific time. So yeah, definitely stop by and hang out if you're ever, you know, needing to just chill. 614 here, Nemus Tech. Where is it that it's only a 4-hour difference, unless you're in a state that doesn't observe daylight savings, which I'm not sure if there's any East Coast states that do that. Where are you at, Nemus? Does the RX 6600 support ray tracing? Yes, it does, but it's the first generation of ray tracing, which is not that good. You do not buy an RTX 6000 series card expecting for good ray tracing performance. It does support it, so unless... honestly, I don't know what Minecraft performance looks like. Does anyone play Minecraft with ray tracing? So what is Minecraft ray tracing RX 6600 look like? Because I'm sure there are some games. Here we go. RX 6600 Minecraft plus shaders. Minecraft plus shaders is not ray tracing though, right? You need to like actually have ray tracing. Has anyone tested that on a AMD GPU? Oh, here we go. Wait, 4 years ago. What? Here we go. Minecraft with ray tracing on RX 6600. This isn't looking too good. Why is this quality so bad? Give me that 1080 60. Okay, here we go. So this is with an RX 6600. This was only less than a year ago, so relatively recent. I don't know what did they show the settings they're playing at? Let's see. I don't think they do, but we're looking at like 30 FPS, which I don't know what an equivalent RTX 3060 would do, but yeah, definitely if you're looking at AMD cards for ray tracing, look at the specific game you want to get ray tracing with, and look up performance on YouTube because you might be a little disappointed. This is a little bit choppy. I mean, it's playable, it's above 30 FPS, but not ideal. Hello, might be off topic. What lavalier mic am I using? Okay, we actually unboxed this lavalier mic. Do I not have it in the description? Let me take a look. Edit. Let me see. Description, lavalier mic. I don't have it in here. The mic that I'm using is the Fulame X5. I did a stream on it like a month or two ago, and we tested it out, and it's just nice to have wireless. I used to use like a desk mic, but every time I moved away from the mic, it got like really quiet. So that's why I'm trying to remember to use the lav mic in every stream now, so that even if I go over here, the quality should stay the same and my voice does not get any quieter when I move away from the mic. That mic slaps, as the kids say. Yeah, but it's called the Fulame X5. Do you think the RTX 4070 is good with the Ryzen 5 5600, or do you need to upgrade your CPU? So you already have the CPU, right? This is what I always say. Put the 4070 into your system because you already have it. Start playing the games that you are intending to play and look at the performance to see if your CPU is really holding back your graphics card at all. You could turn on whatever monitoring software, both Adrenaline, or I guess you're using GeForce Experience. It could measure your, your desktop usage, and then you could decide if you're. I would say a 4070 and a 5600. I would be okay with that combo. If you're building a new system from scratch and you didn't have the RX, not the RX, but the Ryzen 5600, sure, you could have gotten a more powerful CPU. But since you already have it and you're just doing like a graphics card upgrade, I say use it for a little bit and see if you really want to spend money on like a Ryzen 7, or I guess the next one would be the 5800 X3D or 5600 X3D for some more noticeable gains. So. Fab Gamer T, can you check out my parts list? It's in my budget, so the price isn't the issue. Just curious if parts you can choose option. Oh yeah, for sure. We love looking at PC part picker lists. So this is what you need to do. If you can you go to so the Discord server is now open invite. There's no more expiring links. It's open invite now. I think we're at the point where we can do that. So if you go to the Discord server, which is in the description, the link is in the description below, and then you go to the Discord server in the stream submissions. There's a stream submissions channel right here on the left. People just during the streams, they can submit stuff for me to look at and I can pull it up. It's just because YouTube does not allow non-mods or non-me people to put links because they might be malicious. I wish I could allow PC part picker links. It would make it so much easier to be able to pull it from the chat. But I can't, so it's just that YouTube is being strict with links. So if you could put it in here, or if you could somehow space out the letters or whatever, I can try to pull it up on PC Part Picker. But yeah. Okay, chat. I need to get caught on chat. The Discord link does not work. Okay, give me 1 second. I just made that invite link. That's weird. How it is not. Yeah, so edit invite link. It says no limit, never expired, generate a new link. So I'll put a new one in there. It should work now. Okay, try it now. We should be good now. Damien says, how's my day going? My day is going good. It's actually great. Yeah, we are 5 days from Christmas. Somehow, it just snuck up so fast. And I am currently in work of the LAN party stories video. If I could get it out by Christmas, that would be so nice. If I can't, I promised it would be out by the end of the year, at least, right? So the next LAN party story video is in work at the moment. It is my top priority. And if I could get it out by Christmas, that would be pretty awesome. But if not, before New Year's. So those are the two dates. Our Flet has this week's tech drama as always. Okay. The Completionist, Indie Land, and Open Hand Foundation scandal. Also, Zach Sector being directly copied. Was that only a week ago? Yeah, so that's actually some pretty cool tech drama that we can pull up. So let me... so Zach... okay, let's see. So... I'll pull this up. This was ridiculous. And, man, Zach basically... I wonder what happened to that guy afterwards. We'll play a little bit of it. We'll talk a little bit. And then, did he make a shorts on this too? He must have.
So you're trying to fit
Where would it be? Oh, here it is. Man, Zach, ever since it released, Zach is killing it on shorts, man. Dude is a machine. He makes like 2 shorts a day. So we can watch this too. Okay. Do I still have my dinosaur pajamas from that Christmas video? Yeah, I just wore the dinosaur pajamas to a pajama party, a family Christmas pajama party this past weekend. That is my go-to pajama. I don't wear pajamas. I just wear it as a costume for certain stuff. Not sure if this has been asked before, but do you think your Ryzen 5500, again, same advice, should pair with your 6700 XT? I think a 5500 can handle a 6700 XT just fine, especially if you're playing at like 1440p, where you're balancing the load, right? You're upping the resolution, putting more load on the graphics card. You're pumping less frames. It depends on the games you play, honestly, but I guess if you're playing CSGO or something, you're still pushing like 200 plus frames, then yeah, it might be this 5500 should handle that just fine. But 5500, 6700 XT, you know, it's not a problem in my book. Don't get caught up in like trying to eliminate bottlenecks. You have a bottleneck no matter how perfectly you set up your system when you jump from one game to the other. So yeah. What's up, Firestorm? How you doing? Welcome to chat and the stream. Okay, so the Zach thing, let's do the Zach thing first. Because I don't know if I don't see the PC part picker link here just yet. Are you having problems? Oh yeah, it's the stream submissions. So stream submissions channel. Put the PC part picker link there. What would be the biggest GPU that your 5600X could handle? I would comfortably pair it with like a 7700 XT. And I guess since the 7800 XT is relatively close to performance, you'd be pushing it going that high. Or on NVIDIA side of thing, I'd be perfectly good with pairing like a 4070 with it. But, chat, what do you guys think? What is the biggest graphics card you could pair, you would pair with the 5600X? Yeah, 4070 or like the 7700 XT, 7800 XT-ish range. Then at those cards, you're kind of pushing it and starting to get, you know, more of a CPU bottleneck, but it's fine. Just up your settings. And that's true. 4090s do work on i3s. We could actually take a look. So that's a good point. Before we get into the list and talk about the Zach drama, let's look at RTX 4090. I'm glad you brought this up, Jason. So i3, i5, i7. There should be some comparison videos with them all side by side. Here we go. i3 12100F versus i9 13900K. This isn't 4K, so it's kind of helping the i3 out, right? Because you're pushing less frames, you're stressing the graphics card more. But it is with the 4090, and this is from a reputable tester testing games. I love this channel. This is one of the channels that I reference for like quick references a lot of the time. Look at this. I need to move Jason's face out of the way. We're looking at a 12100F with the 4090 getting 73 FPS at 4K Ultra, I think. Was that Ultra settings? Yep, we're playing at Ultra settings, right? The 13900K, yeah, it gets what? 19 more FPS, which is in the ballpark of, let's see, 20 over 70, like 20-ish% better. But it's not like the i3 12100F has crippling performance. That's why when you guys ask like, oh, is the 5500 okay? Is the 5600X okay? This is like an extreme example, and it's not even that bad of a difference. Here's Hitman. Again, you're looking at the most entry-level LGA 1700 CPU with like the most top-end one. and you get such playable performance still when paired with a ridiculous card like the $1,600+ 4090 compared to the best CPU you can kind of pair with it, at least on the same socket. Let's look at Warzone. So, wow, Warzone, is this very... Why did he cap the... This is odd. Oh, no, he didn't cap it. So, Warzone's going to be... So, Warzone is way more dependent. But again, you're not going to be pairing an i3 with the 4090. This is the extreme example. You're going to be somewhere in the middle. Maybe you guys were asking about Ryzen 5s and stuff, and then you weren't asking about 4090s. We were saying like 4070s and stuff. So this is an extreme example where it actually gets really bad. So here is a clear CPU bottleneck. Let's see where else. God of War, 176 versus 184s. Man, what the heck is up with Warzone's optimization? This is pretty bad. Warzone's like graphics and stuff isn't even that good. And if you're talking about open world games, like Cyberpunk is pretty open world, it might be because this is multiplayer. It could just be poor CPU optimization though. Yeah, but God of War, also very high-end graphics, AAA title, running perfectly fine with the 12100F. Spider-Man, you know, it has less FPS, but very playable still. Flight Simulator is weird because CPU usage is pretty low, but it's still, it's looking like the single core performance is what's hitting this hard. Forza, 156 versus 183. So yeah, you guys, your setup for the most part is fine. Unless you're using like a CPU from like 7 years ago, trying to pair it with the modern day graphics card, it's really hard to get into like a really bad bottleneck. Wait, is my thing wrong? No. What did you say? The ARC A770 experiment? No, it is not over. I still am using the ARC A770 right now in my system. Oh, the Stream Elements bot. I thought I updated that. Whoops, let me change that. I need to update that because that is wrong. All those system specs is wrong. It looks like I might have forgotten to do that, so let me change that. I'm still on the ARC GPU. It's just I didn't update the chat bot. Wow, we've gone like how many weeks now since the okay, here we go. So let me wait. I did update it. Why is it? Where's this chatbot coming in from? Specs in Danny's gaming PC. What chatbot command is that? This is weird. This is so weird. Why is the Stream Elements bot having wrong information? Because it is correct here. Let me disable the bot and re-enable it. Yeah, this is, and people would have pointed it out in previous weeks too. Let me make sure there's no other chat alerts. Yeah, that's fine. Timer, no merch. Oh, here it is. It's because I have two different bots going. I see. Here we go. We're going to edit that, and it should be good now. Thanks for pointing that out, though. Thanks for the reminder for the water drinking, Kevin. I appreciate it. Okay, so now that we're done talking about bottlenecks, we have two things. Let's talk about the Zach drama, and then we can look at the PC part picker list. Yes, the 6600 XT worked well for me. It was a year and a half I was streaming on AMD. But I think I was on the 6600 XT for a year. But I was on the 6700 XT, then 6600 XT, then 6600, and then I went back to 6600 XT. But yeah, it worked well. Very stable streams. I used it for all my content creation recording. I gamed on it, LAN partied on it, all that stuff. It was great. We do have Zach Tech Drama, yes. So let's watch the YouTube short because it is the quick and dirty version. And then we could skip through the video, which, by the way, you guys are all probably subscribed to Zach already. Check out the video in full when you get a chance, obviously, to give Zach the views and stuff like that. And so let's watch this real quick.
If you are about to build a gaming PC, then do not take advice from
Okay, so that's the gist of it in a short form. We can look at the long form video as well. But let me see what the comments are saying. Wait, there's no sound? How is there no sound? There's zero sound? Okay, give me 1 second. I was looking at my desktop audio and it was showing the sound the entire time. Okay, let me try this again. Or are you saying there's no sound from me? There was sound at the start. Huh. So what I did, okay, so what I did was I muted in OBS my mic because I don't use headphones. So I didn't want the speaker sound to come in. But maybe I don't need to do that. For some reason when I muted this mic on OBS, it muted all audio. Which is weird because my desktop audio meters, they were still reading just fine. We can hear you, Dan. No, okay, let me try this again. Can you guys hear this? And is there double sound?
And saying the exact same thing that I did.
Here, let me restart. Wow, now there's no sound on. What the heck is going on here? I don't have it muted. Okay, here we go.
If you are about to build a gaming PC, then do not take advice from this YouTuber.
Actually, feel free because he's stealing all of our content and saying the exact same thing that I do.
RBN Hardware has been copying and ripping off our content for 12 months now, and thankfully you guys are all starting to comment on his videos that it's pretty obvious. If this gaming
Yeah, what? Okay, something's up with my desktop audio. Can you guys hear the background music? I just turned up the background music, but no background music this whole time. Okay, what the heck is going on? Give me 1 second. What is going on here? Desktop audio. I wonder if it is... Okay, we're gonna have to try this then. I think it has to do with the audio channels. Now can you hear the music? Okay, sorry if it's loud. Okay. Yep, okay, so I know what's going on. It was just the OBS thing because when you have multiple channels, it's like 1 through 6. Each of your audio layers needs to have it activated. I had it separated. I don't remember when I even separated it, but now we should be good. So I'm gonna replay this again. Sorry about that. Haven't I been streaming for 2+ years? Yeah, but I'm still a noob at streaming, so. Also, I haven't touched the settings for like so long. I don't understand how I can go from like one stream that works perfectly to the next, having touched 0 settings at all, and then stuff still changes on me. Like, it makes no sense. Noob on a budget, exactly. All right, let's watch this again correctly this time. I'm gonna mute my mic, and this should work.
If you're about to build a gaming PC, then do not take advice from this YouTuber.
Actually, feel free because he's stealing all of our content and saying the exact same thing that I do.
RBN Hardware has been copying and ripping off our content for 12 months now, and thankfully you guys are all starting to comment on his videos that it's pretty obvious. This gaming monitor has a gaming PC built right into it.
Turns out it has a gaming PC built right into it.
Alienware is coming in hot with a brand new high-end gaming desktop.
Alienware is dropping a brand new high-end gaming PC.
Sometimes he's slick though, he does the 1-digit off move. Here's my best GPU for an Intel i5-10400F, and of course here's his best GPU for an Intel i5-11400F. I recommended the RX 6700 XT as a new option and then a 5700 XT as a used option. And take a guess what he recommended. He recommends the exact things I do, and in some videos it's a word-for-word copy. Thanks for letting me know about this guy. Please do not watch him. If you're about to build...
Okay, so that's the gist of it. Finally, we got that working. But here's the... So Zach has a 13-minute video. Definitely watch this. I'm going to link it again. But let's see if this... So Shauner, what's up? Is his channel still down? Let me see. I think I've seen this guy's videos before, but because I don't watch every single YouTube short, I never made the connection that he was copying Zach. I'm sure this guy's, what's his channel name again? RBN Hardware. Yeah, he popped up out of nowhere just because that's kind of how the YouTube Shorts algorithm is kind of working. Like if you can get it to pop off, they will show you the same person like all day long, every day. So I've definitely seen this guy's face around. Let me see his RBN Hardware. Let me see if I can find it. But, so, with regards to PC hardware, right? There's only so many things you can talk about. Like Zach's example of, you know, the graphics cards and stuff that he recommends. You know, i5s, RX 6700 XT. One could say that that is a very common, popular option, right? But there's still a way that you could make content and recommend those things without straight up plagiarizing. Now, unless we can find this guy's channel, which it looks like we can't, because when I try to look it up, it looks like I can't find it anymore. If this guy was really, if it was a pure coincidence, this guy wouldn't have taken down his channel or deleted it. I don't think, you guys think it was the reports that took it down, or do you think he took it down out of embarrassment and shame? I'm thinking it's the latter. But yeah, I didn't see all the videos side by side. Obviously, Zach, when he made this long form video, he showed all the proof side by side that this guy basically was plagiarizing like back to back videos in like the same order, saying the exact same things. I think it's possible where you could have 1 or 2 YouTube shorts or even whole video concepts where 2 tech content creators make similar topics. That happens all the time, actually. Like people, like I just made a Temu PC build video. I'm pretty sure Toasty Bros has done it. Linus has done it. His was a setup though. But yeah, so coincidences happen all the time in the tech space. There's only so much, you know, different tech that you can use in a computer build or in a tech setup, or there's only so many like websites you can buy stuff from. But if you watch the long form video, which you should watch on Zach's video because then you would give him the view for it, you would see that this guy was straight up plagiarizing. Yeah, this one, when watching through this, it was very obvious he was copying. I'm trying to find, can we find him anywhere? RBN Hardware. So here's Zach again, RBN, oh, let's see. He's on TikTok still. I gotta log into this crap. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can log in real quick. What is my TikTok? I don't even know what my email for my TikTok is. It looks like he might still be on TikTok. I could find him on Google. Is making a short basically describing what happened in another YouTube video considered stealing? Are you talking about in your own video or in someone else's video? It's weird. So the whole YouTube Shorts and TikTok like short form content thing, it's weird because I think that's a really good question, Jason. So let's say like Gamers Nexus or Jay's 2 Cents makes, you know, they make like a 20-minute video, and then someone makes a YouTube short basically using the clips from Jay or Gamers Nexus or whoever's videos, and also just commenting over it. Is that kind of plagiarizing? I don't know. I guess if it was a problem in terms of the viewers or the original content creators, they could either speak up and say, hey, don't do that with my long form content, don't make short form out of it, and call for a cease and desist, or viewers would complain that they're plagiarizing. I think it depends. It's a very like delicate subject where you kind of have to do it in the right way to not you have to like, it needs to be transformative content, right? So it depends on a case-by-case basis. What this RBN hardware person was doing though was clearly plagiarizing though. Let's see if I can get into TikTok. Two-step verification, of course. This is me. This is totally me. Let me in so I can see this. TikTok, why you do this to me right now? Oh no, the video is unavailable. Even without, oh, is it logging in? TikTok, why are you being so weird right now? Yeah, so RBN hardware. RBN hardware. He's, dude, straight up deleted himself from the internet. I don't even think he needed other people to do that for him. You cannot find him at all. But just to be fair, trying to look at, like, trying to find them. Here's Reddit, PC Master Race. This guy basically copied NZXT's a PC building YouTuber content for the past year, and Zach finally noticed him, called him out. His channel's been privately deleted, which is great because he probably won't be hearing him anytime soon. And then, here's Zach commenting. So yeah, this is the interesting thing about the whole TikTok and YouTube Shorts scene. Like, Zach is very successful on YouTube Shorts, but before that, he was very successful as like a content creator and YouTuber, right? If I look up Zach's name, I will see Zach's Tech Turf across multiple Reddit threads, Twitter, Discords, and stuff like that. This RBN hardware person, it looks like all they were really doing that really got them to take off was short form content. And I've noticed this with people who only do short form content, that they can be huge on either TikTok or YouTube Shorts, but anywhere else on the internet, you will rarely see their name, or like they're not as well known. So yeah, it seems like that's the case with this RBN hardware person. Because aside from this Zach drama, I'm not seeing much of them elsewhere on the internet. I'm curious if they're gonna try to rebrand or something down the line. It's probably, because this happened, what, a week ago? A week, maybe a little bit more ago? They're probably trying to lay low, and I would imagine, because they were up to like 56,000 subscribers almost. I would imagine that they're trying to lay low until the heat dies down, and then come back and try to maybe do it the legit way. This has happened before with channels that have, had drama, where they wait until people kind of forget and then try to pick back up making content. So we'll see. He wiped his Twitter too. I would doubt that he wiped them as in like permanently deleting. I think he just disabled them for the time being. Just because having a high follower count on social media accounts is kind of valuable, and it's like it takes time to build up. So even though he's royally screwed up, throwing away 60,000 followers, that's a lot of like time and effort being thrown away. So my bet is that he's gonna come back sometime in the next year, maybe rebrand the channel, and then start doing things legitimately, but we'll see. When they found out again, wouldn't be surprised when him and all his team are doxxed. Let's go to his country and find him. Y'all are pulling out the pitchforks. But yeah, so that's the drama. Definitely, again, let me actually link the video for anyone who's watching the VOD after the fact so they can check out Zach's video. But yeah, that's kind of crazy. You know you've made it when people are copying you or stealing your content, right? ZTT drama, and I'll put the link there for people to see in the description. So yeah, this is like kind of like a bucket list item for Zach, probably, for a channel to plagiarize you to this degree. Okay, so PC part picker list time. Fab Gamer, hopefully you're still in the chat while we were going through the little drama session there, wants us to look at this PC build. They said the budget was around $1,700 before tax. So this is well within the budget. By the way, love your content. Keep it up. Thanks for the kind words. So let's take a look. You're still here and watching. Okay. So what are they coming in at? Is this Newegg US? Okay. So we are talking about US dollars. And we are looking at $1,500. And this is the build. So let's take a look. Yeah, exactly, Shauner. It is a little bit like they could have copied any other tech content creator, right? They could have copied and stolen. Maybe they were choosing medium-sized creators specifically because there's a less chance of like lawsuits and more of their followers going down their throats. But okay, let's take a look at this build. First thing I always do after looking at the price of $1,500 is looking at what CPU and graphics card you chose, because those are going to be the primary performers. So we got a 5600X at $156. These were down to like $140 closer to Black Friday, I think. So it looks like the price went up a little bit, but it's still not too bad. You could get a 12600K instead, but let's look at your motherboard. Okay, a B550M, Wi-Fi, and what's the graphics card? We got 4070 Ti. Okay, NZXT Flow, H5 Flow, 2 terabyte Crucial P5, RGB 32. Yeah, so in terms of looking through everything real quick so far, let me look at this motherboard. So this is a more entry-level motherboard, but let's see. It's got all the basics though. And then what's the cooler you chose? I think you chose a tower style cooler, right? AG400. Okay, so like a $20 to $30 tower cooler. Nothing in this build looks like it needs to for sure be changed out. I'd say this is pretty solid. If anything, if you can throw a little bit more at the motherboard, I would... Oh, there's a micro ATX motherboard too. Okay, so if you're okay, you're using a black motherboard in a black case, it probably won't stand out as much. But your micro ATX motherboard is gonna like have a gap at the bottom. Some people care about that, others don't. Some just want to prioritize getting the cheapest motherboard they can. So that's one thing I wanted to point out. I like the H5 Flow. This motherboard is on the kind of lower end, cheap end. It does have the basics like, so you do have a USB front header right here. So USB-C header right here for the front of your case. On the back though, you do not have USB-C. And that's because you're choosing a kind of a lower end motherboard. If you spend a little bit more closer to the 130, 140, 150, you could get a board that also has USB-C on the rear I/O, which is, I don't know how much people like care about USB I/O and like devices that they use. I use like external SSDs that do benefit from like higher transfer speeds. So for me, that's kind of important. But if not, then your build has nothing glaringly wrong with it. So I think you did a pretty good job putting this together. Just the micro ATX and then the tier of the board is the only thing I would point out. Micro ATX and ATX case, yikes. Yeah, some people really care about that. But I've seen the thing where I think, yeah, man, of course Zach made the YouTube shorts. This is where I probably saw it. But some people, ATX board in ATX case, some people buy those little screens or put decorations below it. Let me see if I can find a good example. So this is what it's gonna look like. If I can pull up the image of it. Here we go. So this is what it essentially looks like when you put, this is not the best example because this is an older case, so it doesn't have a power supply basement. But we're talking about this gap in space right here. So that's what happens when you put a micro ATX board in a mid-sized tower. But this board is brown, so it stands out more. It looks like you chose a black motherboard in a black case. You will have these header cables running up and they will stick out from the shroud. So yeah, I changed it out for an ATX mobile. If you refresh, it should be updated. Okay, If it updates, here we go. B550 Strix 170. Oh man, you straight up went. You went from like the low end to pretty high end. But okay, let's see. So we do. Yep. So you've got your USB-C in the back. You still have your Wi-Fi, and you should have USB-C in the front somewhere. I'd say that's a pretty big requirement in my book. Let me look at this USB, this H5 Flow. It should have USB-C front. If that's the case, you definitely want the header inside. Yeah, so if you look at it right here, there's USB-C. So there's going to be a cable for the front I/O. This board though might not have it. Let me take a look at Newegg at a higher quality photo, because I'm only seeing USB 3. So now we're gonna try to play the balancing act of finding a motherboard of having both the USB Type-C 3.2 Gen 2 on the rear I/O, so that you could use that, as well as on the front, which on this board I'm not seeing. I don't think this has it in the front. I see USB 3. Let me pull up the actual board on its website, because these photos suck. So here's the board. This actually might not have it. This actually might not have it. Yeah, just looking at this board, I'm only seeing USB 3 connector, but not the Gen 2. Dang! Is it that hard to find a B550? Is it because... Let's see if we can find a different board. Let's look at motherboard. It does not have it. Just used it today. Okay, so it does not have it. Let's see what other boards might have it. We'll try to stick with B550, and if we can't, maybe have to look at an X570 board. Does the A Pro have it? Let me see this one. A Pro, boom, right there, and then look at the back. So A Pro has the front header. A Pro is a pretty solid board too. I've used this one. And on the back, boom, it has it. Here you go. So this is the board to choose. And it should be cheaper. It's $100 back ordered. Oh no. On Amazon, do they have it? B550 A Pro, yep. So I would get this board. There are adapters out there if you really want that mobile. Yeah, I don't think the Strix board, I don't know if they're in love with it. I'm not, because it's kind of expensive and I gotta buy an additional adapter. Yeah, they make it so that you could, is it PCI, let me see if I can find it. PCIe to USB Gen 2 adapter, is that what it is? No, that's kind of like these, but where's the connector for the front header? Here we go. Oh, what? Ew. This is just so that you can get it to the back. No, that's not what we're looking for. I'm looking for a card like this that has the header on the motherboard, except on there. USB-C. Maybe I put USB-C. Kind of something like this, but this is also isn't it. This is... Oh, unless that's the connector. Let me see. There it is. Yes, something like this. So, if you had the front header from your case and you didn't have it on the motherboard, they do make expansion slot cards like this where you can have, you can use either USB 3 or the Type E port to connect it. But why even bother with having to spend an extra 25 bucks when you can just get a motherboard that has both? Oh, and you need Wi-Fi. Does this board not have Wi-Fi? There should be a Wi-Fi version of this board. If not, you might be able to get... Here, let's see if they do have one. A Pro Wi-Fi. A Pro. A Pro. I forget. Honestly, I often forget that people need Wi-Fi. If anything, I feel like from the people I've talked to and built computers for, more of them request Wi-Fi than not. So, yeah, not everybody hardwires in. Victor Gardati says, have you experienced issues with DDR5 with XMP enabled? I'm having games crash and cannot figure out why. And this is AMD, right? Is AMD the one that specifically has trouble with DDR5? I mean, usually when I buy stuff, I do make sure it's part of the qualified vendors list. But I heard that even some of the RAM that's made it to the QVL sometimes still have trouble. I've not personally experienced that issue. How old is your build? Can you change out the RAM? But yeah, going back to this build, assuming, yeah, I don't know if these filters are gonna be good enough to, let me see, PCIe slots, M.2 slots, E. Okay, here we go. So at least like one gen there, and then where's Wi-Fi? Let's see what, where's the Wi-Fi? PC Tech Hustle. Hey Danny, how's it going? Playing WoW Season of Discovery? Yes, I am. I'm actually playing both Seasons of Discovery and Hardcore. I just reached level 60 on my Warrior in Hardcore just this past week. And in Seasons of Discovery, I'm also playing a Warrior. I'm at level 25 and just been raiding Black Fathom Depths on Lockout. Okay, here, Wi-Fi. Okay. All Wi-Fis. Actually, no. So let's see what we got here. In terms of boards. Here's the Prime, here's a Micro ATX board though. We're trying not to look at Micro ATX. Yeah, once you start filtering stuff down, it goes down pretty quick. Then your list gets pretty small. Asus Tough Gaming B550 Wi-Fi. Here we go. Boom, we got that there. We got decent chunky heat sinks. And if I could freaking get the front page. Yeah. Hey, you've got time. They're not gonna release the next phase for a while. So I have a very addictive personality. When I play World of Warcraft, I play World of Warcraft. It becomes the only game that I play, and I put in long sessions. I'm also playing with a group of friends, so in terms of like dungeons, I was able to like dungeon grind and stuff to max level pretty fast. But yeah, I mean, you've got a kid and a bunch of other stuff going on too, so I feel like the older we get, the less time we have to game, so don't worry, you're not behind at all. Season of Discovery was made for the dad gamers. Alright, let's take a look at this. Does this actually not have it? I thought I selected the, where was the... M.2, oh, do they not have the USB selectors on here? Dang, so we just gotta guess and check every single one? Oh, it's because these are 0. Okay, here we go. Change that up. Here we go. That should hopefully do it. I guess I should change this to, give me 1 second. This should do it. Which boards now have it? Aorus Elite. This has Wi-Fi. Sorry, this is the kind of pain of looking up motherboards. There's so many, we've talked about this before, there's so many options. And what the heck? Okay, yep, I see it down there. So we got it right here, and then am I smoking something? Do B550 boards only have one or the other? I could have sworn I've seen B550s that have both. Anthony Magana says, tips on selling my used GPU. All right, so what's your graphics card and what are you trying to sell it at? That might be the reason why it's not selling. Yeah, mobile shopping can be a pain all the time. Like, especially when you need very specific things. So, wow, was the A Pro the only one that we could easily find that has that? What's the Tomahawk have? The Tomahawk's a little bit more expensive though. It is $180. Tomahawk, boom, we got it right there. We got the front header and boom, we got it in the back. So crap, what is the cheapest board though? This is kind of expensive. For those requirements, it's either the non-Wi-Fi B550A Pro, which was super cheap. It was like 110 bucks. Or you spend 180 on the Tomahawk Max Wi-Fi. I think it's the Wi-Fi. Getting the Wi-Fi in there made it so that we were really limited to only these boards. Gnomed, member for 12 months. Happy holidays. What's up, Gnomed? How you doing? Where are my Spitfire alerts? Did the other one show up? Let me see. Let me see. Spitfire alerts should come up. But what's up, Gnome? Happy holidays to you. Happy holidays to all the viewers. Let's see. The net guy. YouTubers get to play games? Hardly ever. I get to play games because I don't have kids like you guys. Once I pop out some kids, then I think the gaming time is gonna reduce dramatically. $180 for the mobile is fine. It's only a bit more than before. Yeah, so I would go with the Tomahawk then, and then you're good on the build. Let me see. So I can add this to the build. Oh, nope, it started a new build for me. But your build looks pretty solid. Otherwise, where did the build go? I think I just deleted the tab with your build. Whoopsies. Okay. But yeah. Yep, you updated there. So still under $1,600, but you got what you wanted. You got the Wi-Fi, you got the USB-C support. Again, you're paying a little bit more for RGB memory because we did find plain black RAM at the same, basically the same speeds. You can find 3600 CL18 for 60 bucks, 32 gigs, maybe 65 bucks. So yeah, but hey, if you want a certain aesthetic, go for it. And then yeah, 4070 Ti, I'm assuming, do you want, oh man, 50 gifted memberships. Gnomed, thank you for the gifted membership. Yo, everyone, if you got a gifted membership, be sure to thank Gnomed because Gnomed is one of the recurring membership droppers in here. Gnome did Santa Claus this year. Hope you are having are you on break for work right now, Gnome? Are you on holiday break leading up to Christmas? Gnomed Claus, exactly. Getting gnomed again. You are. Hope you're enjoying your break. This man put the opera level gifted members up, lol. Do I think the 4070 Ti would work well with the i7 11700F? Yeah. I mean, that's not that old of a processor. I think oh, you said Ti Super. I don't know how much more powerful the Ti Super is going to be. Assuming 5 to 10% faster, I would say that's a perfectly fine pairing. The only issue is that your next upgrade will be the CPU after that, because you're basically at the end of the platform. I don't think i9s are worth buying. Sounds like you're using it for gaming too. Even if you weren't using it for gaming, like I think with how much i9s cost, you would just jump platforms on your next CPU upgrade. No membership for Nerd on a budget. I don't think I could even membership myself. That would make no sense. But no, thank you. All right, I'm gonna let those run for a bit while we just hang out. All right, I think some people also submitted some stuff. Let me see. Stream submissions. You've got this coming to review. Is this gonna cap or no cap? Oh, interesting, a mini PC. And then Astra, you still in the chat? If you are, we could also look at your PC part picker list as we just chill here for a bit. Man, we're at over 140 people viewing. What's up, everybody? If you're new to the stream, I just want to give you guys a reminder. We do this every single Wednesday, so make sure to turn on the notifications and subscribe. Do people find my streams not being subscribed to the channel? I would think not. Like, does YouTube ever just show my channel on the front page and then random people who don't know who I am or aren't subscribed stop in? Are any of you out there right now watching this stream? I'm assuming most of you guys are here because you got the notification from being subscribed to me. But if you turn on all notifications, we stream every single Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And we do this. We hang out, answer people's questions in chat, and we pull up stuff, look at PC part picker builds, and just talk tech drama, tech news, all that kind of stuff. You found your channel from a stream and you weren't subbed. Interesting. So YouTube is kind of pushing out my streams, I guess, at some point. Astra is still here, so we're gonna look at their YouTube chat, so or their submission. So let me take a look at this thing first that John the Net guy put up. He has this to review this coming week. He says, "Your vid was first one suggested on my feed." Nice, awesome. I gotta admit, YouTube numbers are looking really good right now. Like, everything is up. Subscribers, view count. I am in the algorithm right now on YouTube. So hopefully I stay in there. You know you're in the algorithm when you get comments on videos that are like 2-3 years old. So YouTube's kind of weird like that. Sometimes it shows you no love. Sometimes it shows your channel to the world. And it is random and you cannot control it. But Lee! We've got Lee, CompTV Lee in the house. Lee is a longtime friend of the channel. For those of you who don't know, what's the state of youth tech these days? I've been out of loot. Lee, what are you trying to say here, man? Are you trying to say used tech? But the way you spelt it, you started with Y-O-U. Are you driving and like doing voice to speak or something and it picked up wrong? Oh, YouTube tech. YouTube tech these days. What is the state of YouTube tech? Definitely a lot of smaller up-and-coming channels transitioning into becoming medium-sized channels. There's definitely new faces. All the tech fam is still around, like me, Ozzy, Zach Sector, Toasty Bros, Tech by Matt, Scatterbolt. You know, we're all still making content as usual. In terms of like YouTube tech though, like anything huge or any like new faces that came in and got like 1 million subs in less than a year, not that I can really think of. Yeah, there's a decent amount of tech drama that Rflet loves to follow and share. Autocomplete, gotcha Lee. Hope you're doing well, by the way. Hope you and the family is doing well. Good to see you in here as always. Lethal Company downloaded, yes, 900 megabytes. We are gonna play Lethal Company. I got a hard cutoff on this stream. 7 o'clock, we're going over to Casey's channel, and you guys can help support and watch him while we play Lethal Company for a little bit. But that's my hard cutoff because we've been missing our gaming sessions. Yeah, but Lee, that's my in a nutshell of what's going on with YouTube tech right now. I don't know of anybody else in the chat who watches a lot of the other content a lot more. Can throw in, you know, their answer to the hat. So yeah, yes, this is Casey's channel. I'm gonna pin Kevin's comment, and then Shauner, yeah, for sure, we should definitely get you into the some of the other future Lethal Company stuff as well. That'd be fun. I mean, we can get you into this one actually if you want at 7. But wait, at 8, your time would be 7 my time. So you're going to be playing at the exact same time we are playing. Always good to see my gorgeous face. Lee, you're too kind. Let me pin this comment real quick. Okay, so I got that pinned. Alright, so let's take a look at this thing that John and that guy submitted. I'm going to turn down the Spitfire alerts because sometimes they ring people's ear off. Okay. This is one of those mini PCs. You guys have probably seen this. I have companies reaching out to me to review these all the time. I kind of want to do one. I just don't know what interest level there is to these. So the cool thing about these is that they're really powerful machines. Like this has an i9, so it has a mobile i9 in it. It's a mini PC. This thing is literally tiny. Do they have like a picture of it next to like a banana or something? These things are really small. The only thing is it's $900, but I guess they do have a $400 coupon on it, bringing it down to $500. So it's got kind of for the price, you would have hoped they would give at least 1 terabyte, but it's got 16 gigabytes of DDR4, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. But these are like mini PCs that are packed with like specialty motherboards. Well, I guess this is basically a mobile board with a mobile processor on it. For like my audience, there's such a limited use case. It does look like an old school camcorder, like you could flip this open or something. It would be fun to see. They even say gaming in the listing, gaming/business. For businesses, it could make sense. I think people said in past streams they use these in like ATM machines or something like that. But yeah, if you need something that can fit in a very tight space that still has the computing power, I don't know, point of sale machines or something like that, sure, that could make sense. But for gaming, I mean, you're looking at integrated graphics here. So unless you're playing League of Legends or CS, not CSGO, but I guess CS2 now, you're gonna be very limited as to what you could do gaming wise. I'm not a fan of them, cost too much and can't be upgraded. That's the thing. You could upgrade the RAM, I think. The RAM should be upgradable unless they solder it in. Here's what it looks like on the inside apparently. But also the SSD should be upgradable too, I would imagine. Don't need this kind of old iPads? Okay, yeah. CS2 is kind of hard. Is it hard to run? I could have sworn even with older hardware. I guess if you're trying to get 300 FPS, you could consider it hard to run. I think if you're trying to just play at 60 FPS on like, really old hardware on a budget machine, that's pretty doable. Yeah, you're playing. Yeah, okay, you're playing at the same time for sure. We'll definitely coordinate something, Shauner. The ones with the Ryzen APUs are so much better. Yes, I would definitely prefer a Ryzen APU because with a machine like this, I'm not worried about the processing power in terms of like the CPU side of things. Honestly, I'd be okay with like an i7 or an i5 even. It's just you want to push as far as you can with the graphics because when it comes to, especially if you're gaming, the CPU is, you could be good with an i3 for all we care. It's that APU or the mobile integrated graphics that's going to be the hindrance of a system like this. But John, who is reviewing this, says, wondering if the i11900H in this package would be good enough for light gaming. That's a crazy CPU. It is a crazy CPU. You should test League of Legends, Valorant. I'm sure it's going to do fine on League of Legends and Valorant because those run on potatoes. What other... You could probably play older games, maybe like Elder Scrolls or Skyrim. And then you're going to be, I think, going down to 720p or turning on XeSS or something like that for anything else that you're playing that's remotely close to AAA title. But yeah. And Nate says YouTube Tech at the moment has a lot of focus on the new weirder cases like the H6 Flow and Montech King 95 and anticipating an odd release for the new NVIDIA cards. There has been a lot of praise and showcasing of these aquarium fish tank style cases. Some of them you might call O11 dynamic clones with wedges in them and stuff like that. Glass to glass cases, front and side glass to glass cases. I haven't come around to them as much, but there's a huge audience that do love that clean look. PUBG is a mainstream. I would still consider it mainstream. It's kind of fallen off in terms of popularity. If you want to, you could test Apex Legends. I think that's... I don't know what the player count between the two are, but in terms of playing, I like Apex better. Apex feels a lot smoother. PUBG just feels so clunky. Like when you're running or sprinting and trying to jump over and vault over things, and it just does not feel good. Whereas Apex, it feels like you're, you know, climbing over buildings, sliding, jumping into windows and stuff. It feels so much better. People still play PUBG? I'm pretty sure people still do. You could play World of Warcraft Classic. You know what's crazy? World of Warcraft, because I'm such a WoW, like, simp, like, I love, so here's Casey's stream. We will be joining him shortly. But if you browse, World of Warcraft has been kind of, not like the most viewed game of all time, but it's been holding its own pretty well compared to all the other games. Like, for a game that's 20 years old, that you would think, it's really hard to watch WoW in my opinion. Like, if you don't play MMOs or you don't follow specific streamers, it is hard to watch WoW. So the fact that, you know, given how old it is, that it's able to still, you know, have a commanding presence, especially when they do certain events, that makes me really happy because it means that WoW isn't dead, right? Especially with Seasons of Discovery and stuff right now too. It's definitely kind of in the spotlight a little bit. But yeah, so John, you should see if you could play on a free WoW account and benchmark WoW, because it can be both easy and hard to run depending on the graphic settings you put on it. But okay, let's take a look. You got me into Asmon, then I got rekindled with Soda and Zaryu. Yeah, so I watch all those guys now because I'm playing hardcore in Season of Discovery, Lee. So yeah. Yeah, play WoW together, and Dan can help you out. He can carry you. He can help you kill Hogger in Elwyn Forest. Next LAN video. A lot of people have been asking about the next LAN video over the last few weeks. Every single stream. Next LAN video is currently the highest priority. I already said this at the beginning of the stream. It is the highest priority right now. I'm currently editing it. Pushing for a Christmas release. But if stuff comes up and I'm like, if I can't get it done for a reason, if I'm playing too much WoW, before the end of the year is my guarantee. But it would be nice to get it out before Christmas as like a Christmas gift to the viewers. But we'll see. That's the schedule on the next LAN. Let's take a look at this build for Astra before they leave, because I'm doing everything except looking at their PC part picker list. Okay, what do we got here? What is this build? Astra, you are asking, rate my compact micro ATX build. Only GPU is second hand, got the 7500F from an AliExpress equivalent. What is an AliExpress equivalent? Is that like Banggood or something? Astra, are you in the YouTube chat right now? You got... So this is an all new build, except for the GPU, which is second hand. And then you got the 7500F from an AliExpress equivalent. Okay, let's see. You got it for $135, okay. So you've got an $800 build here. We're looking at, okay, Thermalright Peerless Assassin, solid cooler, B650 motherboard for $110. Let's take a look at this motherboard real quick. This is one of the more budget ones, but it's fine. Yeah, so we're looking at micro ATX. And let me see. Yeah, so like this one doesn't have the USB-E port or whatever it was. Oh no, it does in the front. Oh yeah, so maybe we should look at B6. Oh wait, no, this is a different socket. Never mind, we were on AM4 earlier. Okay, so you've got an AM5 build here. 2 terabyte, yep, pretty solid price for that. This, oh, you bought it brand new? Dang, you got some good deals. Whenever it was Black Friday or something. 245 for the 67XT. Very nice price on that. Because the 67XT, why is the price on this so... Here we go. So $300 is about what they've been going for as of recent. But we also have the Sama IM01 case. Yeah, this is a... I wonder what the size comparison is versus the like NR200P. Looks pretty similar in size and similar in design too. You got your radiator bracket up front here. Yeah, very cool small case. It's only 60 bucks. Nice. And then you got a Wi-Fi adapter, and then what is this? Your memory, Lexar Thor, 32 gigs. Okay, very solid build. Do you have pictures of it? Can you post it? Can you post pictures of it either in the build showcase portion of the Discord server or here if you do have any pictures? But yeah, I think everything in this build, price-wise and part selection-wise, is pretty solid. Super capable system for... Oh wait, where's the... And then you got a... Okay, Lynnwood SP750. Yep, power supply, 90 bucks. Yeah, nice price on this too. How long is the queue to get the PC part picker list? Are you talking about for me to take a look at it? There's no queue right now. On the Discord server, we just looked at Astra's, so there's nothing after it. We do have about 30 minutes left in stream though, so if you want to get me to look at something, submit it to the Discord sooner rather than later, because there is a hard cutoff. Yes, and please give a follow to Casey's from LAN Party Stories Twitch channel. Help support him with his streaming endeavors, and we will be gaming on his Twitch in a second here. Hey Danny, you think my 3070 Ti and 5800X is up to par for editing? Yes. Yes, it is up to par for editing. Because I was about to buy a 4090 and i9. Don't want to jump the gun, lol. No. What are you editing? Are you editing in like 4K, super special effects and stuff like that? No, this is perfectly capable. I was editing on worse than this. For video playback and rendering, if you enable GPU acceleration, that's going to do most of the work for you. And the 3070 Ti definitely beats the 6600 XT. I'm on the Arc A770 right now. It beats that. It beat the 6700 XT when I was using that. No, I would say for editing, unless you're like a professional or you do it like, you know, full time, you're getting paid big bucks, this is a very capable like editing machine right here still. Did we ever get an answer as to where they got the processor from? Astra, are you still here? I'm curious of what AliExpress equivalent website you bought this processor from, so we could go take a look. It might be a potential new source of buying PC hardware for people. We must know. Actually, I might be able to Google it. Ryzen 7500F. Where can I buy this thing? Will AliExpress and stuff pop up for shipping? Is it Shein? Okay, so AliExpress is here. Here's Shein, wherever this is, but it's a little bit more expensive. We also have Grooveland. Yo, has anyone heard of Grooveland? Groove Inc? Grooves.land, Grooves Inc. Huh. Seems a little sketch. If you're editing 1440p gaming videos, I think your rig is fine. I don't think you need a new one for editing, especially since you're pretty much going to do a platform upgrade. You already got the 5800X. I don't really think it's worth side grading to a 5800X 3D unless you could recoup most of your costs on your 5800X. And then Ryzen 9 and sticking on the same platform, they're kind of expensive. So I would say just keep with what you have. Turn off FPS counters and just play games. Taobao maybe? Yeah, it might be Taobao. Let's see. 7500F. Taobao. I cannot read anything. I must translate. Loose chip. What is this in USD? Can I even buy from this website? From America with American credit cards and an American address. Yes, Taobao doesn't really ship outside China, so that might not be it. I don't know if Astra had to leave or not, but Oh, Asher isn't. You're still here. You're in Southeast Asia. It was from Lazada. Doubt you'll be able to find it in the US much. Lazada. So Southeast Asia, you said. Let's see what we can find here, though. I've never heard of this website. Can I shop? No. The 7500F. Come on, Google Foo. How come the Philippines is the only option? Okay. So you bought it from here, Lazada. Okay. Let's see. How much is this USD? Will Google recognize to USD? Filipino peso to, that is about 191 USD, but again, it's more expensive outside the US, so yeah. The go-to okay, so people have heard of this. The go-to online store for the Philippines. Cool, okay. So someone submitted a Arcia. Is this good? I live in Australia, so prices are a bit different. Okay, and you have a 4,500 AU budget? What is 4,500 AUD to USD? We're looking at a $3,000 USD budget, but of course it's gonna be a little bit different. You're maxing out with, so you are at your, what is your budget? You have 4,500, you're a little bit over budget. You're going for 64 gigs of RAM, and you're getting the, oh man, okay, let me see. Let me look at this list. 7800 X3D, H150, IQ cooler, Strix board. Is this good? Well, yeah, you kind of have pretty premium parts here, so it's good. Is it the best value? You're going for a white build too? You're going for the H9 Flow in white with all white components? Okay. For $3,000, you're getting a 4080, which eats up more than a third of the budget, because 4080s, because just in general, I feel like the high-end NVIDIA cards, let me see, is the pricing on them super garbage right now? We know the 4090 pricing is garbage. In the US, you can at least find 4080s for $1,200. But Australia, it's gonna be higher pricing, so I guess it's fine. This is 3,000 USD. You're getting 64 gigs of RAM, 2 terabyte Gen 4 SSD, a 4080 H9 Flow case, top tier power supply. You got a Strix motherboard, a 360 AIO, and a 7800 X3D. I think you're spending a little bit more on aesthetics, but for 3,000 bucks for an all white clean build with these specs, this seems about reasonable. I don't see any huge problems looking at this. So in terms of this build, is this good? You live in Australia. Based on living in Australia, where the prices, I know for a fact the prices are a little bit higher there. 3,000 bucks for these specs, I think you did fine. You could save money, like getting, Corsair Dominator Titanium. That's like, you're getting like more expensive stuff. There's cheaper RAM, cheaper SSD you could probably get, maybe a cheaper motherboard, but it's not going to bring the price down significantly. You're just going to be saving like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 here or there. But it's not going to save you like $1,000 bucks. It's not going to bring your bill down to like 2,000 or anything major. So yeah, if you are going for a certain aesthetic, specs wise, this looks fine. I stray from white builds, shows the dirt too much. I stray from white builds because it is really hard to match all the whites on white components. You got one that's like a gloss perfect white, then one's a little bit off white, then one's like snow white, and one of them's like freaking linen white. I don't know. It's really hard to match. Dirt, I don't think should be that big of a problem. Dirt also shows on black cases. It shows pretty, like, it sticks out. Like, you know, when you look at, let me see. Let me look at a picture of a dirty PC. Dirty PC. Filter. Yeah, I mean, when, filter, what the? If I can spell, like dust filters, I mean, dust on black also looks dirty. So, if anything, dust is what's getting on your PC more than whatever else streaks or marks would get on there. And dust, because it is lighter color, usually it's dead skin cells and dirt and stuff like that, right? It's closer to white than it is to black, according to this picture. It's like a grayish brown. So yeah, I don't know, just wipe your PC more often, like once a week or once every couple of weeks, and it should be fine. You shouldn't be accumulating so much dirtiness on your white PC. It's just matching white parts is harder, so yeah. Thanks for the reminder. Clean your PCs and dirt isn't an issue. That is true. We've got about 25 minutes left. I don't think we have any more submissions here. But here's the... We didn't take a look at this build. Let me look at these pictures real quick. Alright, so this is Astra's build from Southeast Asia. I'm just gonna guess the Philippines because you bought from that store. I'm not trying to dox you though. It's a big country. It'd be hard to dox you. Okay, so we got... here's the build. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So this is the bottom side. Okay. You blurred out that personal information. Here's the motherboard. Interesting to see the Wi-Fi card. Yeah, but yeah, you've got a solid build there. Okay, mobile experience isn't great for stream, by the way. They make it difficult to sub, etc. Is it? I've actually... Yeah, I guess I don't watch too many streams on YouTube. But, yeah, I mean, YouTube, as much as I... Well, Danny, love you, protect this man at all costs. And Lee, thank you for the $20 super chat, which is huge. Let me make sure that Spitfire alert's really nice and loud when it comes up. But thank you for the kind words. And thanks for hanging out and stuff during this stream. Have you had the itch to get back into content creation, Lee? I'm curious. For those of you who don't know, let me go over to... Let me show you guys this man right here. CompTV. I know your channel name is different now. But, can I find your channel? Oh no, it's CompTV Lee. I'm gonna be able to find it. I'm gonna find it. Okay.
$100?
Yeah, so for those of you guys who didn't know, Lee is a content creator, or was a content creator, maybe on hiatus now. I don't know what he defines his official status as, but Lee's a long-time friend. We used to stream together. We would swap channels. Like, we would stream 1 week on mine, 1 week on his. We had a series called Windows Shop Weekly, and we would just deal hunt and browse and just hang out with chat and stuff. But yeah, so for those of you guys who are newer to the channel and don't know who Lee is, he's a longtime friend and part of the tech fam. You can check out his older videos if you guys want on YouTube, but yeah, he's just hanging out and chat now. He's been busy doing other greater things than YouTube. What's, 1 second. Melissa's at the top of the stairs. What's up? Okay, yeah. Lee seems cool. Jason, you know what's very funny? A lot of my relationship with you, Jason, I feel like it's similar to the relationship I had with Lee back in like 2017, 2018, 2019-ish time frame. Yeah, we met, you know, just through online or YouTube, and then we kicked it off and got really close in a short amount of time. Jason, you are like another version of Lee, basically. You're the new Lee, yes. I never met Lee in real life though. I've been to Texas to your house though, Jason, so I don't know. You're like me if, well, you're both half white guys, so. Then Lee had 4 kids and let Danny get a break from carrying me on his back. Nah, man, there was never any carrying going on. It was definitely all mutual and equal. Equal collaborations, that's all, what it all was. You're Japanese, but okay, yep, yeah, sure, Jason. Just because you look Japanese doesn't mean you're Japanese. Okay. Wow, see, so it looks like the PC part picker lists are pretty popular. And reminder, guys, we do this every week. I will happily look at plenty of PC part picker lists when time permits, of course. But yeah. This is definitely a thing that I enjoy doing, and I think a lot of people in the chat enjoy doing, seeing what people are trying to build and trying to help them improve the builds. So we've got another one. We've got It's Nixers. Want to get my first PC. All right, this is a special one. This is going to be for their first PC. Any suggestions for changes? Okay, why did this not come up? It's Nixers. Your build list has no alphanumeric thing, so we're not actually getting, you just gave me a generic list link, so it's coming up with like my own link. I need the I need this special, this thing right here, the shareable link. How you join this Dissy? You join the Dissy by looking in the description section where there's an invite link to the Discord server. Mr. Guillotine, I like to go to PC Part Picker and pretend I'm not poor. You like to window shop PC Part Picker, essentially. You make them theory builds. What would you build if you had money, right? I'm sure a lot of people do that. It's fine. It's cool. It's chill. Danny never even hugged me, let alone come to my house. I've never been to Florida, but if I do, it would probably be for Disney. So if you're close enough to visit, I would be down to visit. Melissa loves Disney, so I'm pretty sure convincing her to go to Florida would be very easy to do. We just need to fit it in the schedule, so. We've been to Disneyland, California Adventures plenty of times. We went to Disneyland, or we went to Disney Sea in Japan, but she's never been to Disney World, so. You would go to Disney for me? Heck yeah, just a combined family Disney trip, basically. Even though I don't have kids. But maybe when I have kids in the future, that could be a thing. We'll see. We'll see when I make my way down to Florida. But that'd be fun. Alright. Okay, did we get an update on that link? If not, I will go to the next person. Did PC Part Picker and PC Build Sim on a crap top? Disney is a lot of waiting in line. I'd rather much wrestle gators. Wrestling gators seems fun. Do they have a version of that where they keep their mouths closed? Or they like, you know, they tape their mouths shut, essentially? That seems pretty fun, but I'm not trying to get, you know, chomped by a gator. Alright, Nixers. This should work now. Okay, we got the link. Alright, guys, we got 15 minutes left. I don't know how many of these PC Part Picker lists we can really go through, but if not, we can go through it on the next stream after Christmas and hear about what everyone got for Christmas. I'm pretty sure we're going to hear a lot of people come in with new PC upgrades or new PCs in general and stuff like that next week, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, let's get to this PC Part Picker list real quick. This is for their first PC. Any suggestions for changes? For Nixers, we've got a 7700X. Thermalright Phantom Spirit 120, okay. Thermalright, okay, yep, just a generic dual tower, dual fan. B650 Aorus Elite motherboard. A little bit pricey. What's the overall build cost? We've got $1,600. We've got 64 gigabytes of memory, 2 terabyte Samsung 980 Pro, RTX 4070. Okay, so those are about 50 bucks cheaper now than MSRP. Fantex, I love the G300A. I love this case. I'm so glad you're using it in this one. And then the Corsair RME 750E. Nothing that really stands out here. If anything, the cooler looks like it's probably the first thing that I would look at upgrading. Just to something that that's a little bit more capable. But other than that, let me see. Let me take a look at this cooler. This one should be fine if you're gaming. If you're throwing 100% CPU loads at it, it's probably gonna run pretty hot. But for this one, yeah, this one will be fine for gaming. If all you're doing is gaming, or if you're doing anything that, even if it uses a couple of threads at 100%, I don't see this being a huge problem. So it depends. Like, you could always spend more on coolers, but usually these ones between 30 to 40 bucks work pretty well across the board. Let's see. In terms of the graphics card, you're spending 550 bucks. I'm assuming you already know about the 7800 XT. It's a better card raster-wise than the 4070, but I kind of assume people who put NVIDIA cards into their builds want NVIDIA specifically, whether it be for, you know, Team Green fanboyism, whether it be for ray tracing, the DLSS specifically, GeForce experience, shadow play, whatever it may be. So I'm not going to say you should get a 7800 XT because it's better value and better performance. You can make your own choice. Everyone is free to choose whatever graphics card they want. But I mean, the whole build looks fine. Nothing that's like, ooh, I would change that up real quick. You can save a little bit on the motherboard if you want. But I mean, there's other boards. You can get actually, how much are X670 boards? Maybe not. Never mind. I'm thinking AM4. Yeah, for AM5 boards, this seems about right. I know there's a little bit of cheaper boards than the Aorus one, but what does this have? Let's see. So it's Wi-Fi. Yeah, this is a pretty stacked board. So it's just gonna depend on what your I/O needs are and things like that. If you want to go down to a cheaper board or not, but. No, DDR5 6000 CL30 is kind of like a sweet spot. Here's the thing, guys. You could always spend more on more premium RAM for faster speeds or better like timings and latency. Whether or not that's gonna really translate to like real world performance that you could like perceptively see is another story. You can look up, we've pulled this up on multiple streams before, different RAM speeds and how they actually affect gaming. I don't know if there's a justification for video editing to have that much better RAM. Like, are you really trying to shave like seconds off of render times? So, if you think RAM speed is gonna drastically improve your performance, you can feel free to spend more. But depending on your use case, I think 6000 CL30 is just fine. I would not consider this slow memory by any means. This is more of like, I would say, sweet spot in terms of the speed, latency, as well as with the price. We've got 10 minutes left. Yeah, so for this build, I think this is fine. It's Nixers. I would say you're good on this build. You're also typing in here, not on YouTube. What GPU did I say you should get instead? I didn't say you should get it, but I said you could consider, you could go with wherever you want. The thing is, I don't want to be that person who says you should get the AMD card, and then the person who buys it ends up saying, oh, I wish I went NVIDIA for whatever reason. There are perfectly fine reasonings for getting either NVIDIA or AMD. It's depending on the games you play, depending on what you want out of like the settings and stuff like that, or like ray tracing, if you're playing titles that specifically support frame generation, stuff like that. Like you could get a 7800 XT, which for the most part beats a 4070. I say for the most part because I'm sure someone can come up with some game at some setting where a 4070 could edge out the 7800 XT. But for the same price or even less, and you get a free game, if you care about Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, you could get a 7800 XT, which is better in most cases than a 4070. Jason, that's one thing Lee never did, Jason. He never trolled. He never trolled like you. No, but the only reason someone gets AMD is because they can't afford NVIDIA. Let's just be honest. Oh, Jason. Oh, Jason. But yeah, so you could get these cards instead. But yeah, hopefully that helped. Okay, I can't look at the last PC. We had one more PC part picker list. I cannot read this name also because it's in a different language. But if you come next week, next Wednesday, and if you are still here, you can submit the link again and I can take a look at it. But for now, we've had 10 minutes left to the stream. What we are going to do is not this one. Where's the last troll? I'm going to hop over to Casey's stream in a bit. We're going to be playing... He's playing Nier right now. Wait, replaying... Yeah, he's replaying through Nier, one of his favorite games of all time. We're going to join Casey and play Lethal Company in 10 minutes here. And I'm going to end this stream. So definitely hop over there and hang out longer if you guys want. But yeah. Let's see. And that's coming. Jason does use an AMD card. Jason Whitmer, NVIDIA is making sure that is more and more people these days. Wait, what? What are you guys talking about? Most of the rumors are talking about lower prices on the super variants, which might mean price drops on the non-supers. So might just be better deals if you wait till release then. The thing is, man, I guess, okay, if you guys did not have a computer right now, kind of like it's Nixer's, right? He's building, or they are building their first PC. I'm not sure if it's a he or not. They're building their first PC, and they can either build it right now and buy the parts that are all readily available in stock, or what was the thing? Here are the release dates. Did we get are these confirmed? Let me see. According to reports, what reports? This is coming from rumors suggest are set to unveil and reveal initial details. Yeah, so this is all still rumors. If you needed a PC right now, or you want a PC right now, are you willing to wait, let's see, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, up to 5 weeks, or even longer if these rumors aren't true to get your PC? Just so you could potentially save 20 or 30 bucks or however much they're gonna reduce the price by. For some people, having the PC right now is worth spending the extra 50 bucks. But you do bring up a good point, Mr. Guillotine. I give different advice depending on the different situations of people, right? If you have a PC and you're trying to upgrade graphics card, yes, wait. It's only a month away. If you have no PC, or if you're running on like a friggin' ancient graphics card and you just need an upgrade right now, I don't know if it's worth waiting. Like, we don't know if these dates are hard, like set, and we don't know what the discounts are gonna potentially be on the previous non-super cards. So that's my take on it. You know, whether or not you want to build now or wait to see what these do to the, like, shifting the prices in the market, it's up to you. No point in waiting just to be outdated again in a few months later. Yeah, even if you wait, like, you're gonna be outdated in a year or so anyways, right? What's more valuable to you? Using a PC for the next 30 days or next 21 days, I guess, if it takes time to ship, and having it right now, or just waiting? You could wait to the end of time. The price drops won't be relevant. I would, if I had to guess, I'm thinking $20 to $30 price drops on the non-super cards, which to me is not a good enough reason to wait a month plus for. Don't buy computer stuff from Walmart. That's asking for trouble. Really? Walmart has some pretty good deals and prices sometimes. I'm pretty sure we haven't run a poll yet. Have you ever bought PC parts from Walmart.com? And I'm saying .com because I don't think anyone actually goes to Walmart brick and mortar to buy PC parts. But because Walmart.com sells way more, they have had a lot of good deals before. I'm trying to think. Let me look at my emails. Have I ever bought PC parts from Walmart? I bought stuff from Walmart plenty of times online. Let me see. Order. Okay. Order, delivered. Wise robot vacuum. That's not a PC part, but that is a tech device. Your deliver. Let's see. Car jacks and jack stands. That is not tech. Posters. That is not tech. I bought a Scepter TV. That's not really the same as PC tech though. A weightlifting set. So I don't. Okay. It looks like I might have never bought PC parts from Walmart, even though I bought other things from Walmart. Yeah, I'm not seeing any like graphics cards or CPUs or anything. I bought a grill from Walmart. Yeah. Most people have not bought a PC from Walmart. Merry Christmas, says Madness Rising. Oh yeah, we got 3 minutes left on stream. I'm literally ending it right at 7. No going over like I normally do. Join us over on Casey's stream. Again, it's in the pinned comment. I need to take a little break to help Melissa with something real quick, and then we will be over there playing Lethal Company. But in terms of the poll, about 3/4 of y'all who voted have not bought PC parts from Walmart. But yes, happy holidays, Merry Christmas to everybody. I don't know of many people who do not celebrate Christmas, but if they don't, at least happy holidays usually encompasses them. And if that's not PC enough for you guys, then I'm sorry. Hopefully my intentions are heard, right? There's no malintentions or whatever with me saying Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everyone watching. Hope you guys have a safe holiday break, assuming people are like on break from school and work and stuff like that. Hope you guys have a good time spending a good and safe time with your family and loved ones. Hope, you know, for the people who do exchange gifts, hope you guys get some good stuff that you can share on next week's stream. I'll share what I got for Christmas on next week's stream as well, or what I am going to get. So yeah, it'll be a fun stream. But yeah, we've got a couple of minutes left. LAN party stories, I'm going to be editing the crap out of it, trying to get it out by Christmas time. If not, then by the end of the year for sure. So be on the lookout for that. Yeah, so yeah, happy holidays to everybody. I will be doing 3 Christmases this year. One with my small one with my side of the family, a small one with Melissa's side of the family, and then a big one with Melissa's side of the family. So 3 different Christmases across 2 days. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. A lot of cooking food and stuff like that. Patrick has to work 1 8-hour shift between now and January 2nd. Just make sure it's not on New Year's or Christmas, hopefully. LAN party for Christmas, surely you're talking 2024. No, LAN party video released before Christmas, or on Christmas, or before the New Year. How many air fryers are being given for presents this year? I've stopped giving air fryers. I have given air fryers multiple times throughout the years, but they're now cheap enough and mainstream enough that pretty much everyone has already gotten one. I gave out air fryers back in like 2016 or 17 or something, when the only place I found one was like at friggin' Macy's or Nordstrom's or something, one of the department stores. But it was the as seen on TV one. But yeah, we have hit 7 o'clock. Everyone, have a great rest of your night, evening, and holidays coming up. And I will see you all in the LAN party video comments, YouTube Shorts content, or in next week's post-Christmas stream. Take care, everyone. Have a good night. Love you all. Bye-bye. Oh yeah, go over to Casey's stream right now in the pinned in the comments, and I'll be there more. So yeah, see you, everybody.